Lay the foundation for your next project with LMP Building Supply, stocked with high-quality materials like trusses, drywall, stucco, and lumber. The experienced staff will supply you with everything you need. LMP Building Supply maintains superior customer service. Put in your order and have it delivered right to your door. They are located at 101 North Archuleta Road off of Amador behind Save Mart. Or visit their website, lpbuilding.com, for more. LMP Building Supply, experience, quality, and service.
Good afternoon, Bulldogs, and welcome to this week's edition of Bulldog Broadcast. I'm Rihanna Rosales.
And I'm Gabe Gallegos. Today is April 3rd, 2014, and today we bring you our award-winning edition of Bulldog Broadcast, all the way from Orlando, Florida.
But first, let's look at the major successes our schools had this past week. Cruces cheer continues to be legendary, where they traveled up north this past weekend to compete in the 2014 State Spirit Competition, winning their third consecutive state championship, bringing home the blue for Las Cruces High School. After losing 22 of their 28 performers from last year's champion team, they approached this year with drive and determination that carried them to the top. Congratulations, dogs. We wish you the best of luck next year.
The Las Cruces Marinera Show Choir swept the podium at the San Antonio Heritage World Strides competition. Their hard work paid off with the Gold First Award and the prestigious Educator Award, setting them as the most outstanding choir at the competition. Big kudos as well to Anton Tan for winning the Maestro Award for an outstanding tenor solo.
2 weeks ago, we competed against 156 schools to see who could produce the best broadcast show.
And we only had 16 hours to do it. So without further ado, this is the 2014 First in the Nation Sweet 16 edition of Bulldog Broadcast.
Good afternoon, Student Television Network. I'm Rihanna Rosales.
And I'm Cody Lee. Today is March 20th, 2014.
From the quiet confines of Las Cruces, New Mexico, we travel across the country to the lively, bustling city of Orlando, Florida.
Bulldog Broadcast has been given the theme International Drive.
International Drive is a vivacious element to the crucial tourist district of Orlando, Florida. Bulldog Broadcast will be dissecting this phrase, bringing light to the International Drive of Orlando, Florida.
Coming up on this week's edition of Bulldog Broadcast, Gabe takes a look at the unique gems of the Sunshine State. And later in the show, Mark and Tim uncover a treasure on International Drive. BBC starts right now.
One staff united. Motivated, ambitious, dedicated. This is BBC, broadcasting to you from International Drive.
Future broadcasters unite in one location in hopes of reaching one common goal: deadline.
STN will be providing 4 days of competitions, workshops, and training sessions for the 11th year.
As the Sweet 16 competition marks the first decade at STN, change is in the air.
A total runtime of 10 minutes, unsupervised edits, and the freedom to explore Orlando brings a new perspective to the sweetest 16 hours of the year.
Orlando is an energetic city.
But with the constant influx of tourists, how does the city keep up?
Gabe Gallegos is here with a story.
Just one step onto this trolley is an entrance to a world of fun thrills, fine dining, and attractions that are simply out of this world. This is Orlando, Florida, a city that runs on the almost 60 million tourists that visit every year. On every street corner, you can find a little piece of paradise. It's not every day you see a scene out of the Congo in the middle of busy traffic. It's these kinds of diverse and eclectic attractions that bring people from all across the globe.
It's good. It's the first time I've ever left Europe. It's the first time I've been in America. And it's a good place. Everything's as over the top as I thought it would be. I've been to Universal. Yeah, it's great.
Getting around this iDrive area has been an experience, but we were within walking distance. I mean, it's been great.
I'm here on International Drive, an endless street which serves as a centrifuge for the city's tourism. This district alone generates almost $6 billion of revenue per year. UCF's Rosen School of Hospitality and Tourism Management Dean Abraham Pizam knows all too well that tourism is the lifeblood of this city.
Orlando is very much dependent on the tourism industry. Basically, it's the engine that drives the entire community here. If for some reason tourism will disappear. Tomorrow, this will be a ghost town.
The Rosen School has made their mission to educate and train the next leaders of the tourism industry so that this city can continue to be a thriving icon. Gabe Gallegos, Bulldog Broadcast.
Thanks, Gabe.
With advancements in technology, industries strive to maintain a clean environment. The Orange County Convention Center is setting the standard for green. The OCCC was awarded the gold level of leadership in energy and environmental design by the United States Green Building Council. Despite hosting nearly 150 events a year, the center was recognized for leading the way in eco-friendly practices. The innovations include solar panels that produce the energy equivalent to 110 typical homes, and their push to recycle consumables.
Florida lawmakers are looking to take phones out of drivers' hands. Proposed legislation looked to severely criminalize death as a result of texting and driving. The law will penalize offenders comparatively to DUI manslaughter charges, increasing prison time up to 30 years. Florida native Joe Malone agrees that this is a next step in the right direction.
If you think it's too harsh, driving is a privilege, it's not a right, so if you think it's too harsh, get off the phone.
We're moving fast.
But we have much more in store.
Coming up after the break. Carly has a story on one man who shows the drive to overcome all obstacles. And then, Mark and Tim discover that the biggest treasures come in the smallest packages. So don't go anywhere, STN. We'll be right back.
Pollution is one of the biggest global killers. Each year, 14 billion pounds of garbage are dumped into the ocean. 90% of bottles are not recycled. It takes a bottle about 450 years to decompose.
Freedom of speech is my right.
My right.
3, 2.
Protecting the First Amendment is my duty.
My duty.
Breaking news in our...
Making my voice heard is my drive.
My drive.
My right.
My duty. My drive.
From power lines to clean cut grass, the city of Orlando is built on hard work of a diverse labor force.
Carly Henry gives us a story on a man whose perseverance is stronger than the structures he works on.
It's another day on the job for utility worker Ray Logan. Selecting tools, marking power lines, and running cables. Just a few things on the agenda for keeping streets like International Drive going. So what does it take?
You need somebody who is very disciplined, very focused.
What may seem like a challenging job doesn't compare to the struggles he would soon face. After moving to the U.S. to attend graduate school, the native Jamaican's life would be turned upside down.
It was a challenging transition because upon arrival here, for graduate school, my wife was diagnosed with cancer and she passed away about a year after.
While navigating such a tragic loss, Logan had to also adjust to an extreme culture change.
Where I grew up, it's more communal. Everybody know everybody, and we share, work together, play with everything. But here, everybody's just busy. We don't keep going.
Despite the changes in his life, Logan has found a community that assists him in moving forward.
I didn't realize how much shock I was in until after she passed away, because I was still trying to keep my kids, keep everything normal around my kids, and not having the extensive support of family, because I was in graduate school. It made it a little more challenging. People from my church really stepped up and helped me out a lot, even far more than I expected.
Logan teaches us that hope can be the driving force to overcome any barrier. Carly Henry, Bulldog Broadcast.
Broadcast isn't limited to just news. Sometimes stories can come from our imagination.
Let's watch Mark and Tim as they sail away on another adventure.
Come on, I'm sorry, Tim. Do you want to go to International Drive? Hey look, a treasure chest. I wonder what's inside. You want to try?
It won't open.
Well, I'm gonna open this if it takes me all day.
Voulez-vous maintenant?
Mark, I'm sorry. It's okay, Tim. I'm sorry too.
So, does that mean, like, we're still friends?
Yeah, definitely. Friendship is the key.
I agree. It opened!
STN passes.
Wait, isn't Sweet 16 today?
We better go help our staff.
Oh, man.
The Adventures of Mark and Tim.
Well, that's all we have for this special Sweet 16 edition of Bulldog Broadcast.
From Orlando, Florida, I'm Rihanna Rosales.
And I'm Cody Lee.
Thanks
for watching.
We would like to thank the faculty, staff, and administration, especially Mr. Hendy, for giving us a platform to work with every week.
And you, the student body. Our passion is to bring you the stories that matter every week, but to ultimately tell your stories. We here at Bulldog Broadcast thank you for that opportunity to be a part of all that is amazing about Las Cruces High School. For the first time as national champ, I'm Gabe Gallegos.
And I'm Rihanna Rosales. We'll see you here next week, dogs.